Oh my God. Don't cry, don't cry, don't cry, don't cry. God, I'm so freaking frustrated right now. The past 24 hours has been emotional hell for me. I want to cry so bad. Like, so freaking bad. I want to cry, but it's like, what's the point? It's not going to change anything. God, I don't, God. Oh my God. So I was watching a video by Simply Tanika on her experience with her fertility center, and that actually gave me the courage to discuss this. So you guys know I had a laparoscopy last week. Laparoscopy, they were supposed to go in, remove scar tissue, remove cysts, remove a tumor that they thought was there, basically clean up your insides. It's supposed to be a simple procedure, a standard procedure in, the GYN world. It's pretty standard. It was not a standard procedure for me. It's supposed to have been a week to recover. Very simple. I should be back at work by now, but I'm not. It's so bad that yesterday I had to go to urgent care because here it is the next week after my surgery, and I can't sit up for over an hour without feeling pain. I have not used the restroom since the morning of my surgery. And when I say use the restroom, I'm not talking about water, okay? So I needed them to check that out, and I've been throwing up and nauseous every single day since my surgery. Went to urgent care, did all these tests, and the result is I might have to get another surgery soon, if not this week. They might have to go back in because the pain I've been experiencing isn't because I'm constipated from the surgery. It's because it's a sack of blood sitting behind my uterus. And so when they did the surgery last week, they told me they couldn't remove everything that they anticipated they would because the scar tissue has fused my right tube with my ovary. So if this is my ovary, this is my tube, it's kind of like this right now. So IUI is off the table. If I was a heterosexual having sex with a husband to get pregnant, is off the table. I have to do another IVF, and I no longer have any IVF options left under my insurance coverage because Shady Fertility lied to me and transferred an embryo that in my term was dead. Basically, none of my eggs that cycle was good quality. They wasn't even okay quality. They stopped growing after day 2, and my doctor at the time still transferred because in his words, I had no choice. This was a decision of Kaiser, and after contacting Kaiser and appealing that decision and everything, I was informed by Kaiser that they never told him or anyone at Shady Grove that actually their policy, and is written in their contract, that if a cycle does not have any quality eggs, that cycle must be canceled. So I've been trying to deal with that since last week because I want more kids. And it's like, how can I pay for IVF out of pocket? My wife and I just bought a home. We have to buy a new car. We have a kid in college. We brought our home from a realtor that isn't worth two pennies being rubbed together. So we have to put in about a good $15,000 into our home ASAP that we didn't expect. So how can I pay for IVF right now? I can't afford surrogacy. Adoption is more expensive than surrogacy and IVF. So what am I supposed to do? So that's been on my mind since the surgery. And I've been keeping it to myself. I haven't even had an option to even react to it because I've been in so much pain since the surgery. Yesterday when we went to the doctor, I'm thinking, okay, I'm constipated. Which is normally happens after surgery for some people. I'm thinking, okay, the reason why I haven't passed the bowel is because I'm constipated. That's why I'm in this pain, and they will give me a laxative because the over-the-counters didn't work, so they're gonna give me something and I'm gonna release and I'm gonna be fine. And that's not the case. What I thought was gonna be a quick appointment turned into an 8-hour appointment, to where they told me I had a sack of blood just sitting behind my uterus. And it's a possibility I have to get another laparoscopy as soon as possible, maybe this week, to have them go in and fix some stuff. And if they have to go in, the possibility of them taking the right tube, which is the only tube I have, is high. And if they take my right tube, I'll only be left with ovaries, which means I will have to do IVF. The reason I'm so freaking pissed off and angry is because I've been a patient of Shady Fertility for almost 2 years, maybe longer. I'm sorry. Before I even started any IVF procedures, they had me do an HSG test. Altogether through Shady Grove and my insurance, I had like 3 HSG tests done in 2017, okay? On top of having those done, I had a sonogram done every other day doing fertility. Every other day. You have to go get blood work done when you're doing IVF, and you have to get a vaginal sonogram every other day. My current doctor with Shady Grove told me I had to get this surgery done, and she said the thing is, there was no changes with any of my HSGs, with any of my HSGs. No change, nothing got smaller, nothing got bigger, everything is exactly the same. Even when I asked my doctor verified everything from every HSG is exactly the same. So my question is, Shady Grove, why didn't you make me do this surgery last year before I did all of them IVFs? If everything is the same, you knew I needed this surgery in January. I could have had this surgery in January. They could have did anything. And if I had the same issue I have now, where I got blood just chilling behind my uterus, and I might have to have another procedure to get my tube, my only tube I have left, may I add, taken out, we could have did that shit last year. And I still would have had my IVFs left to move forward. Like, I'm so fucking angry. Like, I'm so angry. And it's like my doctor now is like, okay, I appreciate you telling me I need surgery, but why the hell didn't my doctor before you tell me? If you telling me everything is the same, why didn't I have this surgery before the first IVF, or at least after the second, or before the second? Like, I feel like Shady Grove they just didn't give a damn. It was all about the insurance money. That's just how I personally feel about it. And I'm angry because now I'm in a situation where if I don't have to go under the knife again, I have to do IVF again. Instead of using all of the IUIs I have 6. I have to do IVF again. If I do go under the knife and they take my right tube out, I gotta do IVF again. If they have to take majority of my stuff on the inside out and just leave me with my ovaries, I have to get IVF. So no matter what way you look at this, IVF is what I gotta do. And I no longer have any more left because Shady Grove is full of it. And it's bad enough that I'm going through all of this. Shady Grove had the audacity to contact me a few days ago, Friday and today, regarding a complaint I mailed them in November. What month is it now? Okay. She said, oh, I didn't know you was looking for a response from us. I said, why would I send it in? She said, well, can you give me a brief synopsis of your complaints? And basically, I told her my complaint is my second IVF cycle needs to be refunded. Dr. McClamrock lied to me and told me that I had to complete an IVF transfer because I had an egg retrieval, although he knew the eggs was not good quality. He knew it wasn't great quality. The eggs wasn't even okay quality. The eggs couldn't even get past day 2. It should have been canceled, and my insurance verified that it should have, and it could have been canceled with no repercussions because my insurance Kaiser do not consider a full cycle unless you have both the retrieval and the transfer. This lady, Michelle, she said, well, we did our investigation and we did find that possibly it should have maybe been canceled because of egg quality, but it's done. What do you want us to do about it? That was her response. And Dr. McClamrock, although he was your doctor, since he's no longer your doctor, he doesn't have to explain anything to you. He doesn't have to give you any information. He doesn't have to refund you unless he wants to, although we found that it should have been canceled. And I'm confused. I'm like, is this a McDonald's restaurant or something? Because you know, you all don't have franchises. Like, all of these doctors work for y'all. Like, what are you talking about? I'm so angry. Do you guys have any idea how it feels to go through IVF and have so much hope. I remember when my eggs was retrieved last June. I was so excited. I had the most eggs I ever had. Like, I was so excited. Like, I felt like I was proud of myself. To have your doctor call you the next day and yell at you like you're his child and basically tell you it's your fault somehow that all of the eggs was bad, and then try to demand more money from you for one egg that he know isn't going to be successful, but we have to transfer it anyway. Do you understand how it feels to lay on a table and have them put an egg that you want to grow so bad, and you knowing it's basically dead? Like, do you have any idea how that feels? Do you have any idea how it feels to be told you gotta have this surgery, but they knew you needed this surgery when you first started and it wasn't done? Do you have any idea how I feel to now be told that my female organs got to go? I might get cut open again. My incision hasn't healed yet. I have stitches in my navel that hasn't healed yet, and I might gotta go back under the knife. When all of this could have been resolved, and my only option now is IVF, when this could have been done before I even had anything. Like, do you have any idea how that feels? Like, I feel so heartbroken. Now I'm sitting here, I gotta do all these tests. I gotta go to all these appointments just to see what the next step is. Like, I feel like a guinea pig or a science project. Like, I'm so broken. Like, when it comes to this fertility stuff, this already hard by itself, and IVF is probably one of the hardest things you can do as a woman. But I've had nothing but issues with this clinic, and it's pissing me off because this is the only clinic that accepts my insurance, so I feel freaking stuck. Oh my God, I'm so angry. I'm so angry. I feel like they treated me like a guinea pig with a dollar sign on the back. Like, growing up, I never wanted kids. When I was a little girl, I never wanted kids. And I never wanted kids because I was afraid that I was going to give my kids the childhood I had. I was afraid that my kids wasn't going to feel love like I did. And I was afraid that my child's dad or whoever I had as a spouse was going to be a horrible person like my dad was. So I didn't want to put kids through that. So I told myself I wasn't going to have kids. And then somehow I became pregnant with my daughter while I was on depot. And that was the best thing that ever happened to me. I love my daughter so much. Ever since then, I've wanted more kids. And now it's like, I don't even know if it's going to happen. All because I went to this fertility clinic that's supposed to be the best. And this is my only option. And they just sent me through it simply because I had A+ insurance. Y'all know they had the audacity to ask me to remove my reviews online. Like, why the fuck would I do that? Like, and I'm not saying Shady Grove is trash as a whole, because my best friend had a good experience with them. I know a couple of couples who didn't get pregnant. I know one couple who miscarried, and then their next child was born early and passed away, and they eventually had another one on their own. And all of the experience, no matter what the outcome was, no matter if they was pregnant with the help of Shady Grove, or if they didn't get pregnant or miscarried, all of them all have such positive things to say about Shady Grove. And I'm so envious of that. The funny thing is, the one thing all of them have in common is they are heterosexual couples. But anytime I say that, my doctor would say, well, Regina, I don't believe that's the case because I sat on the board and I fought to get homosexual rights for fertility. And I'm like, what the you're one person. That doesn't mean everybody else here isn't homophobic. I knew Shady Grove was homophobic the first day I stepped in Dr. McClamrock's office, and his receptionist, Asia, told me, you people aren't covered for fertility. And I said, excuse me? You homosexuals aren't covered. Then she lied and told me she verified my insurance when she didn't. I could have left right then, but I called my insurance and proved that she never called anybody. She never checked anything. I was covered 100%. Not 10, not 50, not 25, 100%. And she sat there and lied in my face simply because I was a same-sex couple. But I went back because that was my only option. That's the only place I can go. And now I'm screwed. Like, I feel, you know, when you have your very first boyfriend and you so in love and you think you could spend the rest of your life with this boy, and you're like 12 years old, you know, and you think you'll spend the rest of your life with this boy, and you write his name all on your notebooks and stuff, and then one day he dumps you for like the head cheerleader or some shit. That's how I feel. Heartbroken, like completely heartbroken. The only difference between that heartbreak and this type of heartbreak is, with that heartbreak, it's a chance that you might meet your soulmate, and that heart will be full again, and it'll be whole again, and it'll love again. But this is, how can I fix this? So many people gave me such a hard time for years, because they thought I was only going through fertility because I'm a lesbian. I'm going through fertility because I have to, period. And I used to ask myself, did I do something wrong? Did I offend somebody? And I didn't deserve this, and I don't even know what to do or where to go. From here. I know people gonna be like, you need to switch fertility clinics. I want to, but how can I? So far, Kaiser is the only, Shady Grove is the only one that accept Kaiser. And it's only 2 fertility clinics in my area. Shady Grove Fertility and Merlin Fertility Center. And Merlin Fertility Center no longer accepts Kaiser. I don't even know what to do, and I don't even know what made me press record.